Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital Monday, July 15 update. Nina learns Willow's secret. Drew's offered to Michael, Jason pushes Jake. General Hospital, EHS spoilers update for Monday, July 15, reveals that Elizabeth Baldwin, Rebecca Herbst, will encourage Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, to go ahead and deliver his proposal to Jake Weber, Hudson West. Jason wants to pay for Jake's tuition and any other expenses related to his upcoming studies at the Barcelona Academy of Art, but Jake won't be very receptive to the idea at first. Although Jason will acknowledge his shortcomings as a father, he won't think Jake should let that stop him from accepting this financial gift. In the end, it seems Jake will agree to take the money and voice his appreciation to Jason. Over with Valentin Cassadine, James Patrick Stewart, he'll turn on the charm with Anna Devine, Finola Hughes, again. Valentin certainly knows how to be romantic and may leave Anna increasingly torn about the mission she's currently tackling. Nevertheless, Anna will move forward with her scheme, so it seems she'll snatch up the satellite phone along with whatever else she can find that's incriminating. Anna will score big at Valentin's house, but will she be willing to turn over the evidence to the FBI in the end? Speaking of the FBI, Jack Brennan, Charles Mashore, will suspect that might be the topic of discussion when Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, visits him. Carly has about a 70% chance of landing in a prison cell if she's prosecuted based on those RICO charges. However, Brennan may work with Carly on a plan that could improve her odds of remaining a free woman. Carly and Brennan's chemistry will crackle like crazy as usual, so some fun scenes are coming up. Meanwhile, Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, will worry about the influence Drew Quartermain, Cameron Matheson, is having on Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, when it comes to Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watros. Michael will apparently have an issue with Nina invading more areas of Willow's life, like through the tips she's offering on the spokesperson gig. Nina is also pitching in with Drew's campaign, but Michael will seem uncomfortable about Nina overload. Drew will offer to shove Nina out of the picture, but Michael may not want him to go that far since he promised not to meddle in Willow and Nina's relationship. As for Willow, she'll make Nina her confidant on Monday's GH episode. Willow will confess to doing something horrible, so will she spill about the kiss with Drew or just offer updates on a vague betrayal? Either way, Nina could potentially connect the dots regarding Willow and Drew's lip lock. Drew's going to face some tense questions soon, so we'll see if those come from Michael, Nina, or both. General Hospital spoilers say Willow will share shocking news with Nina as she tries to cope with her guilt, so stick with us for more predictions on how that'll affect their bond. The sun had barely begun to rise over Port Charles as Nina Reeves paced her penthouse, her mind racing with the disturbing information she had just received. The previous night's revelations had left her reeling, but the morning light offered no solace. She had uncovered a secret so explosive that it could shatter lives and alter destinies. She clutched the letter tighter, the words blurring as tears welled in her eyes. Meanwhile, at the Corinthos estate, Drew Kane was preparing for a conversation he knew could change everything. He had spent the better part of the night weighing his options and considering the consequences. Drew knew that his next steps would be pivotal not only for himself but for Michael Corinthos and the rest of their intertwined families. At the Quartermain mansion, Jason Morgan was locked in a tense conversation with his son, Jake Weber. Jason's usual calm demeanor was strained as he tried to reason with the increasingly rebellious teenager. The boy had been acting out ever since his mother's tragic death, and Jason was at his wit's end. He knew he had to push Jake harder, but the cost of doing so weighed heavily on his heart. Back at Nina's penthouse, she took a deep breath and made a decision. She had to confront Willow Tate. The young woman had been keeping a secret that, if revealed, could destroy her relationship with Michael and devastate the Corinthos family. Nina knew the stakes were high, but she couldn't let the truth remain hidden any longer. She grabbed her coat and headed for the door, determination etched on her face. At the Corinthos estate, Drew found Michael in the study, poring over some documents. Michael looked up, surprised to see Drew so early. "Hey, Drew. What's up?" Michael asked, setting the papers aside. Drew took a seat across from Michael and leaned forward, his expression serious. "Michael, there's something we need to talk about. It's about Willow." Michael's brow furrowed with concern. "What about her? Is something wrong?" Drew hesitated for a moment, choosing his words carefully. "Willow's been keeping something from you, something important. I think it's time you knew the truth." Michael's eyes widened, and he leaned in closer. "What is it, Drew? What secret could she possibly have?" Drew sighed, knowing that the next few minutes would be critical. Willow's been in contact with someone from her past, someone she thought she had left behind. This person has resurfaced, and it could change everything for you and your family. At General Hospital, Willow was finishing her shift, oblivious to the storm brewing around her. She had managed to keep her secret buried deep, but she knew it was only a matter of time before it came to light. As she walked toward the elevator, she was startled to see Nina standing there, her expression a mix of anger and determination. "Nina," Willow said, her voice trembling slightly. "What are you doing here?" Nina stepped forward, her eyes locking onto Willow's. "We need to talk, Willow. Now." Willow swallowed hard, knowing that the moment of reckoning had arrived. She nodded and followed Nina to a quiet corner of the hospital, her heart pounding in her chest. Back at the Quartermain mansion, Jason was running out of patience. Jake had been defiant and uncooperative, and Jason knew he had to get through to him somehow. "Jake, listen to me," Jason said, his voice firm. "I know you're hurting, and I know you're angry. But acting out isn't going to help anyone. You need to talk to me, to let me help you." Jake glared at his father, his eyes filled with resentment. "You don't understand, Dad. You never do. You're always too busy being the hero, saving everyone else. What about me? What about what I need?" Jason felt a pang of guilt, knowing that Jake's words held some truth. He reached out, placing a hand on his son's shoulder. "Jake, I'm here now. I'm trying to be the father you need, but I can't do it alone. You have to let me in." Jake looked away, his expression softening slightly. "I don't know if I can, Dad. It's just so hard." Jason pulled his son into a hug, hoping that this small gesture would be the first step toward healing their fractured relationship. At General Hospital, Nina and Willow were locked in a heated conversation. Nina's eyes blazed with anger as she confronted Willow about her secret. "How could you keep this from Michael?" Nina demanded. "Do you have any idea what this could do to him, to your family?" Willow's eyes filled with tears as she tried to explain. "Nina, I didn't want to hurt anyone. I thought I could handle it on my own. But now, I don't know what to do." Nina's expression softened slightly, her anger giving way to a mix of empathy and frustration. "Willow, you can't keep this a secret any longer. You have to tell Michael the truth. He deserves to know." Willow nodded, realizing that Nina was right. She had to come clean, no matter how much it hurt. She took a deep breath, steeling herself for the difficult conversation ahead. As the day progressed, the lives of those in Port Charles continued to intertwine in unexpected ways. Drew's revelation to Michael, Jason's struggle with Jake, and Nina's confrontation with Willow were all part of a larger tapestry of secrets and lies that threatened to unravel at any moment. In the end, it was clear that the truth had a way of coming to light, no matter how deeply buried it might be. And as the sun set over Port Charles, the residents braced themselves for the fallout, knowing that their lives would never be the same again.